everybody, what is up? It is Blin. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you doing? Yes, as you can see, we're in a bit of a different setting today. This is going to be a bit of an impromptu video. I'm not like ready to record. I haven't done my makeup and all that jazz. You know, I'm literally just like sitting out here in a park in the sun, because I will go and do a drama video later on today where I'll do my makeup and everything, and I'll get ready and all of that. I'll do that later on today. But first, I just really wanted to come and make this little video because there's so much fuckery going on in the drama channel community. So much fuckery. A lot of people are talking about Rich Lux and Dustin Daily kind of falling out on Twitter, deciding to end their friendship. A lot of people are talking about that, and I am gonna chime in and give my 2 cents as well, just because I want to say that I am kind of neutral in this whole thing. You know, I'm Switzerland. I'm kind of neutral in this whole thing because I do have respect for both Dustin Daily and Rich Lux. I honestly do. You know, I don't want to sit here and talk shit about either of them, but just in case you don't know what's happened, then what happened was Rich Lux put out a video about Nikocado Avocado where he used a picture of a car crash in the thumbnail and also said in his title that Nikocado was dead, and that sent a lot of people off reeling. You know, that clickbait sent people off the deep end. You know, a lot of people were mad about the clickbait. Now, clickbait is something that I've done, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm an angel. You know, other drama channels have done it, Dustin Daily, Nick Snyder, whatever. We've all done it, girl. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm an innocent little angel, because I'm not. But, you know, I think Dustin was really, really upset with Rich over this because of the fact that he used a picture of a car crash in the thumbnail and saying that Nikocado was dead. Dustin really dragged Rich for that in video, and he said all of his thoughts on it, said why he thought Rich went too far with that particular clickbait, which, fine, I can completely understand Dustin's point. From Dustin's perspective, he wants Rich to grow and learn and change and be better. But from Rich's perspective, it's all kind of entertainment, having a laugh. You know, and Rich did say in a recent YouTube video that he was sorry if he'd offended anybody with the clickbait. But I'm seeing people on Twitter still saying that they're offended about that particular thumbnail and video that Rich did because he used gunshots in the video. He used the picture of the car crash and also saying that Avocado was dead. You know, so I'm seeing people on Twitter saying that they're offended about it because they either know somebody who passed away in a car crash, or somebody whose life was ruined because of a car crash, or, you know, a shooting, whatever. And there you've got Rich with his gunshots and the car crash in the thumbnail. Of course, it's tasteless, right? I don't agree with doing that. I wouldn't do that myself. But from Rich's perspective, what he does is satire, what he does is comedy, so I can understand why Rich doesn't kind of see it as some big horrible thing. But I do think that Rich should have reeled it in on that video. I do think he should not have gone that far, you know, genuinely. And I'm saying that as somebody who respects Rich Lux. I'm saying that as somebody who considers Rich Lux to be a friend of my channel. Rich has been very supportive of me. So, you know, I'm not going to sit here and completely drag him and talk shit about him, because I do have some respect for him. But I do think that particular video, he did go too far with that shit. He didn't need to add the gunshots and the car crash and all of that had nothing to do with the actual topic of the video. Now, I've spoken a little bit about this privately to another drama channel called Shelby. Now, Shelby is also somebody who I consider a friend. So again, I'm not going to sit here and talk shit about Shelby either. Shelby also has done a bit of clickbait, like me, like Rich Lux, whatever, you know. Shelby has also done that, and that was being brought up on Twitter yesterday as well, because Dustin actually called Shelby out when Shelby responded to one of Dustin's tweets about Rich. Shelby responded to Dustin, and Dustin called her out and said, hey, but I've left you a comment talking about your clickbait, talking about a video that you made about Trisha Paytas where you kind of insinuated that her baby was going to die. Now, is that okay? No. But what I can say for Shelby is that Shelby took the criticism from Dustin and she took it the right way, and she did the right thing, you know, by changing the video title, and she made it right. And both Dustin and Shelby were honest about their exchange and what happened in that situation, which I think is great, because that to me shows that Shelby learned from that experience, because she got hate for that video title where she was insinuating that Trisha was going to lose her baby. She got hate for it, and she changed the title. She realised that trying to do that to get clicks, to get views, wasn't actually worth it. And that to me shows somebody who's willing to take criticism, constructive criticism, learn and, you know, grow from it. But with Rich Lux, what people are saying on Twitter is that he's not willing to take any constructive criticism, that he's not willing to learn from it, that he's not willing to try and better himself, that he's just going to keep doing what he does, talking shit about people and using like extreme clickbait to get clicks and views on his videos. Now, just yesterday, Rich Lux did make another video where he was talking about like Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott, and in the video title there, he's got demon, you know. This is Rich Lux. This is what he does, okay? As much as like people want to hate Rich Lux, this is what he does. He sensationalizes things. He puts extreme titles on his videos. He's done that for a long time now. But does he need to maybe look at that and change and learn a little bit from it? Maybe. You know, maybe he does. I mean, I don't really think that a little bit of clickbait is too much of a big deal. But when you're trying to say that people are losing their baby, or people are dead, or people are demons, and really, really sensationalize shit, then yeah, it can go a little bit too far. It can, you know, cause problems for people who are involved in the videos, and I think that sometimes we as drama channels need to be a little bit more mindful of that. You know, this is all said with love. This is all meant to be constructive criticism. This isn't me coming for Rich Lux, because I love Rich Lux. I do consider Rich Lux to be a friend of my channel, so, you know, this is not meant with any disrespect at all. None. You know, I really, really do genuinely have respect for Rich, for what he does, you know. But yes, in some kind of instances, I do think he needs to think a little bit more before he puts out such extreme titles. That is all. That is all I'm going to say on the whole Rich Lux and Dustin Daily drama. But now we're also going to talk about Nick Snyder. Now, again, tied to the whole Dustin Daily and Rich Lux drama, Tea Time, It's Tea Time, they made a video talking about that drama. And then on Twitter, Nick Snyder decided to, you know, voice his displeasure with them making a video about it. And he said something that was very kind of transphobic about Mocha. Nick Snyder's tweet said, "Oh no, not the besties with testes," chiming in about this drama, which was Dustin Daily and Rich Lux. Now, to say that, to me, when I see that, I'm disappointed. You know, I, again, like Nick Snyder, I respect both Nick and Dustin so much, but when I see this, when I see a comment from a gay man going, "Oh, not the besties with testes," I kind of look at it and I go like, oh, you're that type of gay. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're that type of gay that thinks gay men are the supreme and that it's okay to kick trans people. I wouldn't be me if I didn't sit here and call that out. In all honesty, I would not be true to me and my morals if I didn't sit here and call that out. I don't like It's Tea Time as a channel, you know, I don't care about them, but there's no need to be transphobic to somebody because they made a video talking about your other half, you know, or your other half and Rich Lux. There's no need to go that low. You know, you can insult somebody for any other reason. You don't have to resort to being transphobic. You can literally choose any other reason rather than going, oh, besties with testes, and being transphobic. You can choose any other fucking reason to insult them. You can say their content is shit. You can say they're ugly. But you don't have to resort to transphobia. And when I see that from another member of the LGBTQ plus community, I go, oh, fuck that. You know. And it wasn't only me who saw that. Like, at first I didn't know who this comment was about. But then when I heard that it was about Mocha, I was like, girl, this is disappointing. Adam McIntyre also called that out on his Twitter, saying, Nick, you're a transphobic piece of shit. And I'm sorry to say it, it really pains me, but for once I'm going to say I agree with Adam McIntyre. Nick making that comment does make him look like a transphobic piece of shit. I'm sorry, but it does. You know, as I said, I would not be me and I wouldn't be true to myself if I didn't sit here and say my genuine feelings on the situation. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fucking well say it. Come what may, you know, I don't care if I get backlash from Nick or Nick fans or whatever, because I've got to do me at the end of the day, and I'm not somebody who's okay with transphobia. So for me, you know, when I saw Nick's comment and when I realised who it was about, I absolutely just said no, fuck that, you know. And I think that Nick should look at that and learn from that and learn to do better. You know, like I say, you can insult someone for any other fucking reason. Say their content's crap, say they're ugly, say they look like the back end of a bus, whatever, you know, you can insult someone for any other reason, but you don't have to come for them for being trans. So this was a total kind of impromptu video. I didn't plan on coming out here and talking about this morning. I was literally just coming out, getting my morning coffee and all that shit. You know, I wasn't planning to sit down and have it out, but I think it needs talking about that Nick was transphobic. I think, you know, I just wanted to come on here and say, as somebody who does like both Dustin and Rich Lux, I'm not going to choose a side in that whole argument. You know, I'm Switzerland. But yeah, I was disappointed in Nick Snyder's transphobic comments. I don't think that was cool. You know, no matter what you think of It's Tea Time, which I could care less about them personally, then you don't need to be transphobic. You really, really don't. You know, there are so many other things that you could say. And I guess that just made me lose a little bit of respect for Nick Snyder. But with all that said, let me know what you guys think about the whole situation. Let me know if you do think that Rich Lux should actually kind of change and maybe adapt his video titles. Or if you don't care, if you think that kind of clickbait is okay, and you're, you know, just looking at Rich and saying what he does is satire, what he does is entertainment, then let me know. Let me know all your thoughts. I'm going to go get on with the rest of my day, and I'm going to say take care, stay safe, stay well. I will absolutely see you guys later, because I've got some drama about Facebook beauty gurus. I've got some drama about YouTubers that I want to get into, so I will absolutely see you later. This was just a quick little impromptu video to give my thoughts on the drama channel community going up in flames right now. So I just wanted to come and address it so that I'm not ignoring it. You know, I am aware of what's going on, and I do think that some people maybe need to look at their behaviour and, you know, take a little bit of constructive criticism. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Have a good Saturday. Bye.